Hello.
Are these new? I haven't,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, that, I don't remember that one. I don't remember that one.
Yeah, I don't remember any of
I
this.
haven't learned how to use them yet. Miles knows how to use them.
I don't know how to use it, don't.
Start the app. That's how you use it. Plug in a button.
Yeah.
What? Plug in a button.
So, all right, so we'll get started here tonight, so. The agenda, truthfully, we don't have as much kind of on the agenda, tonight, just wanted to kind of we're wrapping the summer up, and then, I did talk with Karen briefly, or emailed, just to encourage movement on Lake, so I'll explain that when we get to that.
Good.
So,
It's in-
agenda.
It's in the budget.
So, last meeting minutes, anybody see anything?
Judy's name at the beginning, his last name is
It's
spelled
just
wrong.
James is missing.
Judy's last name, yeah, mine's,
Making it more Italian, Giardi.
Giardi.
yeah, I'm missing on the top in attendance also.
Oh,
Maybe they'll
Okay.
think there's another new Judy in town and that might be good.
Actually, not Giardi, it's Giardi.
Garrity.
I thought it was Giardi, I can't.
Yeah, Giardi.
And it's not Meg Ryan, it's Meg Ritchie.
oh, Meg Rich, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, I'm,
Whoa,
I'll have
spell
what
your
her-
last name,
I'll have what
Judy.
she's having.
R-I-T-C-H-I-E,
say,
R-I-T-C-H.
no, your last name.
G-A-R-D-I.
you
Okay.
take the I out.
Okay, I put an extra letter in there. Okay. Leon always catches my
No.
spellings. Any content?
Nope.
Oh, no, so move to accept,
I'll make the motion.
yeah, motion, all in favor?
Yep.
Aye. Any opposed? No. All right. Public comments, did you wanna?
I would just, say I was pleased to see $40,000 in the budget, proposed budget, draft budget for weed treatment for next year. I do think that we have to know exactly when the deadline for the application is, so that Karen knows that, so that we can get the process for a full lake treatment, done in a timely fashion is very important. And we're probably just gonna have to stay on the administration and make sure that's done. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Judy. Yep, no, we'll talk about that a little bit more. So your Friends of Park Lake report?
Our annual meeting is October 21st, it's a Tuesday at 7 o'clock at the community center. This is a community meeting. We'll have a discussion on the condition of the lake. Hopefully Steve will be there as well as Dan, and what our plans are in moving forward. But we will also be electing a new board of directors for Friends of Park Lake. Anyone who is a paid member, $25, will be able to vote on the new members. And if you know of anyone who would like to serve on our board, we have 7 positions on the board. We have quite a few people who have expressed interest.
Good.
But if you know of somebody who is anxious to do that, please let us know. Thank you.
Good, thanks, Judy. Yep, it's on my calendar. We'll,
I
is
guess
everything, do our best?
it's on mine too.
Yeah. So township report, we don't have Ben here, but. so-
Township report, we had our last strategic session, training session with the consultant, and that went very well. Talked about the Park Lake Trail, the Park Lake Corridor, and in fact, made a suggestion, that's all the consultants can do, that,
Yeah.
that we focus on a project of the Park Lake Corridor, working on it.
Yep.
And also, in
The facilitators called you geniuses.
yeah, they
Who?
did. They did. They called, I'll say us.
There,
They called
yeah.
us geniuses.
Why?
Because we have PhDs
Oh,
and the like.
Well, that doesn't make you a genius.
We used to have
For our
4 on.
back- Our background, Scott.
Yeah, that's it. And I told him, I mean, under oath, not under oath, but I said, the Park Lake Advisory Board is, other than the Planning Commission, is probably the most important and definitive group for this township. Who's gonna toot it if we don't? And also, looking at the preliminary budget that Karen submitted for 2026, there was, in fact, Judy noticed it, a line item for is an odd number, $37,398 for the Park Lake Trail. And I believe that's what's left over from our 50 after all those fruitless surveys.
Okay, so there's 37 for the trail and 40
Yes.
No.
for the lake?
Yes, 40 for the lake, yes, yes.
Nice.
And neither, I want to emphasize that neither has been approved, so.
Yeah, this is preliminary. but
Yep.
That's a
And the
move
other
forward.
project in the strategic plan is the Park Lake corridor.
Yeah, you know, there were other projects in the CIP, like the outhouse at the Park Lake Beach and the kayak launch and the redoing of the boat launch and also the multi-sport court.
So
That's
those
kinda-
were in the CIP, but are they in the budget?
No,
No.
no, those were just CIPs because we went over the CIPs
Okay.
also.
So,
Planning Commission sent them to us.
Is the projected budget a balanced budget? Or
That I can't say.
What'd you ask, Leon?
Is it a balanced budget or is it expecting a deficit or?
No,
Balanced. Your goal is balanced.
supposedly, yeah.
Yeah, well, the budget, it's not whether it comes true, it's just,
Right.
is it, you know,
And I don't, I'll be very blunt, I don't know about that fund balance thing, you know? When you were on the board, we had something like 4 million, I heard. But anyway, it's like 1.4, you know, with this
I
budget.
think it was just a little over two.
And
I
this
don't think it's
budget,
four.
this budget for 2026, excuse me for interrupting, is less than last year, or this year, I should say, you know, 2025. A lot of paring down.
yeah, Oh, okay, good, good. Well, thanks for that update. Those are all
Yep.
very important things,
Good,
to know.
good
Well,
report.
Progress, but also, you know, I mean, things that are still they're still moving
Yep.
incrementally are like, you know, the boat launch improvements, the
Yep.
kayak launch, the outhouse, those
And
are
the-
all still,
And the boat launch and kayak launch are together in CIP, and
yeah, yeah,
they were scored the highest by the planning commission.
yeah.
So that's, that's,
So that's, you know, like I said, that's things to come up in the future.
number one was, I have one more thing to say.
Oh.
Number one was, the drain, or the runoff from the limestone parking lot into the
Oh.
$190,000 Portland Place for the spongy
yeah.
kids. And it's pretty bad, so I, took a video of it, sent it in.
They fixed
to-
it.
Huh?
They've already fixed it.
They already fixed it.
Wow.
What did they do? Put 2 truckloads of dirt in there?
Yeah, they pulled it out and replaced it.
Well, I would have to wait to see until we get a good rain.
Yeah, yeah.
But, so anyway,
I
we
brought
talked
my-
about that.
Brought my granddaughter over there when they were visiting, and I'm like, yeah, there's something wrong with drainage here.
You saw the big
Where's that?
pool,
Over at the playground,
Wiswasser Park
the
Playground.
water was coming off the parking lot, making it into a swimming hole.
And it was bringing
Was
just
my best guess.
really slimy mud,
Yeah,
like, on
yeah.
that.
It was dry when I went
Yeah.
there, but it was clear how
What
it
had
got there.
happened, yeah.
So,
So hopefully, as Judy says, that's been fixed, so.
I have a question about the property south, or, the property next to the soccer park.
Yes,
What is happening?
when you say next, what?
The one, it
Immediately
looks like
south?
it's been leveled.
Okay.
Is there a plan for that? Is there a
Oh, yeah.
development? What is
Big
that?
time plans.
What is,
The plans, I can send them to you. In fact, we put them online, but, there's I think it's 48 units. It's a planned development, a PUD, and, been approved. And it's, supposed to commence at any time.
What is the property you're discussing?
Daryl Kessler. The one
next to the soccer fields?
off from Gary
Off
Lane.
Gary?
Soccer field, oh, yeah, that
Yeah.
would be a big.
And in fact, it goes in between, some of us have been back there on the Ann Drive that goes to dirt and it goes, east and west, goes completely, north and south. And you go completely south and there's an old house down there at the end. And in fact, this development will almost encompass that as well.
Is it set to start at any point in the near future?
It's ironic you said that, because I went over there yesterday, I said, I wanna see some orange steaks. And they have been pushing dirt, that if you know where you go into the soccer field, off Gary Lane, as soon as you turn in there, there's a lot right here, as soon as you hit the dirt, and that's probably the one they'll do first, because I see they've put 4 feet of fill in there, and they were leveling it. a big dozer was leveling it.
I also was at Meadowbrook last night, and they're doing their new phase, it looks like.
Oh, they are,
They're putting in some streets and.
toward the, going
Towards the
north?
credit union,
Oh, okay.
yeah. it looks
Well,
like they-
there's a guy there that we approved a zoning, appeal that is building a big, pole barn or something. If you're driving right down into Bonneview, it's on the left-hand
Yeah,
side.
no, but this was the whole development.
Oh,
I mean,
it
they're
was,
putting in
okay.
streets and stuff. So, I mean, I haven't heard, you know, it looks like there's been a decent amount of development
Yeah.
happening in the township these days.
Yeah, I've not seen that.
Yeah, interesting, so lots
Yeah,
going on.
there's a lot going on,
Okay, good.
in a good way.
Thanks for the update. Yeah, I'll
One
try
of the,
to-
oh, never mind, you don't need to know that. It doesn't have
Yeah.
anything to do with Park Lakes.
Yeah, well, that'll be after. Yeah, so going through the action item list, I'm still hoping to get out to check the Phragmites.
And there are, excuse me, there are Phragmites on both sides of the berm, as soon as you walk through
Yeah.
the south gate.
Yeah.
I know, I went, damn, what are you talking about? Look at all these Phragmites.
Yeah, no,
They're not that many, but.
No, but
Probably
they're
goes
there.
from here to Don on both sides.
Those are ones, so I worked with the SISMA in the past,
Oh.
let them know they're there, but then it's you know, if it's public land, private land, and whether they have access, I mean, there's a
It's-
whole bunch of things for
It
them
is
to
now
treat
owned
it.
by the township.
Yeah, so you know, that's one thing I wanna kinda get
Yeah.
on in their radar. The coliform, we had that irony last meeting, we said, oh, it's been low, and then it spiked up and closed the beach.
A few
And then
days.
I learned that
didn't-
from Judy.
I didn't write it down, I checked the site again, and it's back down to like 4, like.
How does
well,
it do
then-
that fast?
I don't know
Do they
what-
take a piece of poop in that sample or
Well,
what?
they test 3 spots in the beach, so it's not like just one sample.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Didn't that follow heavy rain, that testing?
It might have been that, and you know, and any goose poop gets washed in.
Because a lot of that water that would've went into the beach
Yeah,
would've come from the hilltop.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
All summer long, I've been keeping dogs off the beach.
yeah,
They were there
And
today.
I was gone for 8 days, and the day I got back was the day they closed the beach.
yeah,
Because I hadn't been keeping the dogs off the beach.
yeah.
No, there's a dog on the beach when it went
And
by.
there just isn't
Yeah,
appropriate signage
I saw
down
it.
there. There's 2 signs, but
People.
when you look on the website, for beaches that allow dogs,
Mhm.
ours is the first one that comes up.
somebody altered the
Even
sign.
though the ordinance says no dogs
Yeah.
allowed.
Somebody altered the sign on Google, so when you pull it up,
Oh.
and it has a picture of our signboard, you know,
Yeah.
in front of the beach, it says dogs allowed. In
Yeah.
big letters.
That's,
I've asked the administration to change that, but
well,
I've been told that their technology people are not paid to do such things.
Well, and you have to get with Google to do it, and it takes quite a while.
yeah, but anyways, yeah, that's, I mean, yeah, people, what can I say? So, but it dropped right back down after that, so, and then I think they stopped monitoring right the beginning of September, so, you know.
SISMA.
I see they got the buoys out now, so.
Yeah, the buoys are out, so, lake monitoring, yeah, Don and I took samples this last week, I guess. We had low water clarity almost all summer, and then it cleared right the heck up. I got among one of our clearest samples on, what day was it? Monday, I think I was out.
What do you think caused the turbidity?
It's weird, because
More
it's been
carp or what?
dry, it was wet, then dry, maybe carp is possible. Early we had the treatment for the milfoil knocked everything down, so that releases a lot of nutrients, but then it should have bounced back when it all grew again, you know,
I don't have the paperwork completely filled out, but I have all the safety
yeah,
tests for the year on it. If you wanna look,
yeah. So, I mean,
I still have to fill it all the rest of the stuff in and get it entered in.
yeah, so you had readings in mid-July of 3 foot, which is
Wow.
really pretty turbid.
Yeah.
And then it like bounced back up in early August to 11, 12, and then I got 14 on the
Wow.
14 foot, which is
Yeah.
really quite clear. I mean, it's almost to the bottom where I was,
Yeah.
You know
That's-
what I was thinking, what I may have noticed was the onset of Erie milfoil seemed to clear up the lake.
yeah, it sucks the
Interesting.
nutrients out.
Now,
And the more milfoil, the clearer,
Yeah.
the better readings we got.
is there a colorful graph that goes with this?
There will
like
be
John gives us?
There will be at the end of the year when.
in the annual
when the
report.
comes out.
Yeah,
Oh, and we got kudos for that too,
yeah.
our annual report.
No, we should,
Yeah, I mean,
we
that,
should let it grow it off.
in kind of, more in smaller pond management, that
Well,
kind of the paradigm is,
what
if
we
it has a
saw-
lot of nutrients, you either have
Yeah.
algae or weeds.
When you wipe out the milfoil, unfortunately, there's other things that go with it.
Yeah.
So, sunlight can now get down,
Yeah.
and now, you know, you can't,
Yeah,
it's not, I mean, it's controllable to a certain extent, but if the whole lake
Yeah.
has got milfoil in it, then you gotta do what you gotta do.
right, right.
If,
So we did have, the thing that's interesting, the years back when we had the whole lake treatment, the water clarity didn't go to heck, immediately, so
I know,
it's odd this year, I don't know quite what.
you think there's a correlation?
Well, the thing, like, when I was out, it didn't seem like it was so much algae, we'll see what happens with the chlorophyll sample.
Yeah.
But it seemed more like particulate, and again, that may be where.
And you can see the particulates, I mean, they're
Yeah.
that big.
So there was a lot of carp action this year, and that may be it, it's hard to
it's
gauge.
kind of weird, I mean, I took John out one time for a test, and he started in the boat, and he looked, and he goes, well, in the shallow water, and he's like, well, you can see forever. I goes, yeah, in the shallow water you can, but when you get out in the deep water,
It
you
was-
can see the particulates
Yeah.
as you lower the disc.
Yeah, so anyways, that's, we don't always have the explanation, but at least we have some measurements, and we'll start toward understanding them. One thing I wasn't able just to fit in this year was the macrophyte survey, a formal one, but the informal out fishing with my, my motor
Yeah.
clogging up instantly. There's,
I would like to say that I saw a lot of fish activity from carp at spawning time on the upwind side of the channel exactly where we test.
yeah,
So our test site would have been right in line with where they were
Yeah.
spawning.
Is that in front of Leon's house?
Huh?
Is it in front of Leon's house?
kinda up, oh yeah, on
Oh,
the,
who knows that is?
on the west side,
On the west
I
side?
saw it
Like
all
from the deep
along.
spot in the channel, right
Right.
straight west.
Oh, okay, kind of where my duck blind used to be.
Yeah. I saw a big rock pile over by where that duck blind was.
A rock
Other day.
pile?
Yeah, there was like rocks strewn, there was sand, you could see sand there.
No
You
way.
noticed
I've
it?
seen that, yeah.
On the side of the channel?
Yeah,
Well, that's weird, I didn't even think you could see a rock if you dropped it.
right? And I mean, like, some of them were like this,
Yeah,
Wow.
no, there's some, couple good sites.
Well, they've been
for
there
us.
forever then, 'cause
yeah.
Yeah, no, they're,
Well, since, the
somebody,
glacier.
maybe, maybe somebody took them out on the ice or something and they went, that's how, that would be the way to do it.
Yeah, but, if you
Sorry.
did- most places in the lake, in that area, I would think if you took something out on the ice, and the ice melted, you'd never, ever see it again.
No, there's at least 4 feet of sediment down there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Ask me how I know.
So, all right, well, I'll make note of that. Again,
That's
it did
interesting.
seem like there was a lot more carp activity this
Yeah,
year than I've noticed.
JD and I went over there and watched it for a little while, and it's, there's a lot of, island-like mud spots over there, and they were just
Oh, they are
boring
up
into
in
it and
that.
just tearing it up.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be about the only thing I can think of would
Yeah.
cause turbidity problem.
Maybe next spring we should have a carp shoot or something.
The guys were
Sponsor
out the
one.
other night with their boat,
Yeah.
I saw.
I mean, when they're spawning, they're just everywhere in the super shallows, making crazy.
Yeah, yep. So, all right, so, nature trail, goose management seems to be working. Nature trail, we've got an update.
I have something to say about that.
Oh, yeah,
I got a call from Ken Teremy, and he said, I have a problem. I said, tell me. And he said, people are letting their dogs run free on the trail. He said, and I have little grandkids that play in the yard. He said, I'm concerned, very concerned.
yeah,
And I said, well, there's an ordinance against that. I said, in fact, there's a state law against it. That brought up Brian Jeffs when I posted it online. But anyway, I just took the arbitrary decision of allowing us,
Or in the park, like I forgot to put it in my report.
that's
Yeah.
okay, to buy some signs
oh,
that say, it's the law,
Yeah.
dogs must be leashed at all times. And I posted them in 4 separate, I posted them at the Park Lake entrance, at the Oak Island entrance, and then two places intermediary. One facing that way, one facing that way.
Okay.
So you may or may not see them, they're black and white. And I ordered some fluorescent orange tape to put around them too, so that it would draw people's attention, but for whatever reason, it didn't come, so.
Oh, yeah, well, we'll see if people read signs.
Yeah,
And
and
adhere to it.
And also, the trail is mowed completely, all the way to Oak Island. And Ken Teremy did it. And I offered to initiate a payment for him, and he said, nope, don't want any payment. He said, people are using it, he said, hell, we might as well mow it. I said, okay.
He's changed his tune or what? Yeah.
Maybe he read the library, I don't know. So I just thought that was
Yeah. Oh.
germane.
Because I'd seen on Facebook. you had
Yeah,
some notes about
hopefully
those
you
things.
see people look at that, so.
Yeah. Oh, good, good. Well, things are moving forward on that. and
Yep.
Yeah, hopefully, kind of, if he, again, he is correct and right in trying to,
Yeah.
you know, control animals. Or
Yep.
and, you know, I don't know if insist's the right word.
And I
but-
haven't heard a thing from
Yeah.
Sam Ide about that 84-acre parcel.
Yeah, Well.
He
again,
brought it up and said, we gotta do something about that.
As the township moves forward,
Yep.
it'll be more doable. Okay, so water level report, John? Water's low, huh? I can tell
Really low.
when my boat goes under my dock,
Really?
like the tip of, yeah, where I tie up, it's now going somewhat under. Oops. Did you want something from us, Judy, or?
Just a report.
Oh, the
level
water.
report.
Oh. What size of motor you have on your boat?
I've got a 10, there's a 9.9.
9.9?
Yeah, and just the water dropped enough that my boat goes under. Yeah, so we're,
That's a steady decline, man, that's about what, a 30-degree drop?
Yeah, and
I'd like to see that in a spiral.
the 1 week between the last two measurements, it dropped an inch.
yeah.
Oh, and one other thing is I talked to Phil Hands. We were at a county-wide township meeting over in Ovid last night. And I spoke with him about the level of the lake, and he said, I bet you that water's about 6 inches below that top stop log. And I said, yeah, about that. And I told him how
8-9 inches, yeah.
how such a state of disrepair that the riprap is in, there's trees growing up out of it and everything.
Yeah.
So he said he would try to do something about that.
Okay, good, good.
You can see the rainfall.
Yeah.
It hasn't been. Yeah,
No rainfall.
David come over to my dock day before yesterday, and he was standing there, and he walked out to the end, and he goes, is that where the bluegills spawn? I goes, well, I didn't have any spawn there, and I said, not the end of the dock, I said, the bluegills, only bluegills I had spawned here were right here. And he goes, there's no water there. I'm like, right.
That's where they spawned, yeah. No, it's low, and I had my class out sampling the red cedar, it's as slow as I've ever seen it. It was-
I've been meaning to tell you for 2 weeks now that on my last little trip out in front of my house looking around, I saw 8 clams.
Oh,
Oh,
so the big ones there?
I did see one that was
Yeah,
like bigger than normal.
yeah.
Speaking-
But yeah, they were the big ones.
speaking of that, that was what the topic of discussion was in Elsie last night, because apparently their dam went out,
Oh,
on the Maple.
Oh.
And there's some kind of federally endangered mussel that's down there. And I mean, they had pictures of them.
Yeah, they're not
But they
big.
found like 20 different, species.
oh, yeah,
And they had to relocate them.
that's what happened.
Fish and Wildlife were there,
Oh, yeah.
monitoring and everything. And she says, you know, everybody made jokes about the mussels and everything, you know. And she says, well, I have to tell you, if it wasn't for those little guys, we wouldn't have got the grants to fix this.
Yep,
That was the only reason they got it, because
Oh,
they
yeah.
brought in all the feds.
well, endangered species triggers
Yeah.
a lot, so.
Did you tell them how tasty they were?
Yeah, with garlic, I said.
Thanks, guys, I'll see you next month.
All right. You too.
Adios.
I have tried freshwater mussels once,
Yeah, I did too, and I won't do it again.
so, but anyways, no, the water level, again, we haven't had rain, it's just, it's been dropping, it's been windy and warm and everything to, making it's not gonna get better quick. Forecast, so, thank you, John. Oh, good.
Can I
but-
ask John a question?
One thing though, at one level though, you look, we're still far above where it was before the,
2013?
you know,
Yeah.
before. And we have had other years, it looks, well, 2014 wasn't, you know, any better, but the Diamonds, 2018, we were actually even lower than now, so it's, you know, different years.
Yeah.
We started out wetter a little bit, so I think we started higher with a low, not as steep, you know, in that July area.
So what do you think? You think we're gonna get a serious rain event before, we'll say before Thanksgiving, how's that?
Don't know.
Remember that one year it rained every day in September?
Yeah.
I'll never forget that, like 28 straight days.
But at some level, having it low, you know, that'll freeze out some of those plants. It's not-
Starry stonewort, maybe?
Not starry, you know, more cattails and
Oh.
loose strife and stuff that's up
Yeah.
right at that margin, so, you know,
There
that's
was
how,
a little cold snap, and I walked out on the back and I saw a pike,
oh,
about I don't know, 16 inch or 15 inch,
Yeah.
whatever, but,
there.
Like up shore where we used to see them, the little ones?
yeah, it was, he came off from underneath my dock, so,
Yeah,
You know, I still have a seine that we used.
with that,
I still have a minnow seine that we used to use over, you know, on Wood Road.
the seeds will survive, but the plants may, you know, get knocked back, you know, and some other reservoirs, they actually draw down in the winter intentionally to control weeds. You know, and we don't have that option, of course, but.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Do you think that those clams are manifesting themselves because of the kind of mesotrophic area over there?
No, I think they've been there for years.
Yeah, I've seen
for
them,
years.
you know.
I think it's just, you know, there are species that are adapted to lake habitats.
I just think it's so interesting, the different areas of this little lake.
Yeah, they like that more sandy, they don't do
Oh,
well
yeah.
in silt, that's not.
Not at all.
I found clams in front of my property.
Yeah,
Yeah, yours is pretty silty,
Yeah.
you know, but they tend to do a bit better, I think, on some of the firmer bottoms. So, all right, so the water level report, we got that, the old business, the limnology sampling, I think we talked a little bit about that, so we'll be getting results in, but I didn't have new business really, but the old business with limnology is the weed treatment, so. You know, kind of following up on what Judy said, so trying to think if I emailed or talked to Karen, I think I emailed her, so, you know, obviously took note of our recommendation.
Yeah.
And budget-wise, put that in. She had a question about whether, you know, like, this board was real unhappy with, PLLM's actions.
Yeah, we talked
Because
about
we
that.
recommended looking at others, and I said, well, no, we've gotten suggestions from the community to do so, and I'm starting to look at a list of potential vendors that, at least to give to the staff to see if any other vendors are interested. More for your information, I did chat with Steve, just so I don't blindside him that way, and he was good, you know, understands people's concerns. He's concerned about the lake, he's frustrated, cause
Well, I
he
can
would like to
imagine.
see better control. So he's, again, very much on board with the whole lake treatment, so, as Judy said, you know, we're trying to get a clearer picture of what the time frame necessary is to get the permitting for that.
How much do you think that sod farms affected the lake over the years? That's kind of a subjective argument,
Yeah.
but it just seems, that, you know, with the outrageous amount of fill-in that they've had over there on the west side.
Like I said, windborne
Yeah,
sediment's a big issue.
and it might even be nutrients, you know, hell, if they use
Yeah.
dry,
Yeah, I don't know if it'd transport, I don't know, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, around our lake, people aren't really fertilizing heavy by the lawns.
I
You
don't think so.
You don't see that, you know, in a big way, so,
Yep.
you know, again, some of it, you know, like you have a lake, and if it's going down, just drying up, you know, you're concentrating nutrients. You know, so.
can't remember who that was, I tried to explain that Park Lake was, it was Meg.
Yeah.
I said, she wanted to know if there were springs. And I said, it's called a kettle lake for a reason, because that's basically what it is.
Yeah,
Everything just drains into it.
it drains in, whatever.
I got to see something on the lake a couple days ago, I've never seen before. We were out there and the sun went down and it started getting dark, you know, and I looked up in the sky and I'm like, what in the world is that? Steve was with me, he says, is it a chicken? 'Cause it was like coming down like that, it was a Mylar balloon.
Oh,
It had busted, and it was spiraling down to earth, and it landed about 30 yards from us.
oh
Wow.
geez, that's
I wanna
weird. You
pick
sure
it
it
up.
wasn't a drone?
The next morning I looked out there and there was another one out there.
Huh. Oh, that's weird, weird.
It was,
Just,
just I asked him, I went back over his house to ask him a question, and I asked him, I said, I forgot to ask you, I said, did it say anything on that balloon? And he went over and pulled it out of the garbage can, and he opened it up, and he says, it's from the Acme Balloon Company. I'm like, right.
was there a coyote, you know, nearby, so, all right, so, well, don't have any more public, next agenda is probably our standard agenda, more or less, so, for the next meeting, I'm looking ahead, I don't think we have a lot of stuff we really need to handle per se, I think the next big thing is the annual report, so, want to get people's pulse, the dates we have kind of listed would be October 15th, November 19th, and December 17th. So I was gonna suggest we just hold off till December 17th, but let's have people kind of think about that.
December.
That works.
Yeah,
Well
I don't
enough?
see any reason why not.
Yeah, I don't, like I
Unless
said,
something comes up, you could call an ad hoc meeting or
yeah,
something.
if
you
we
know.
had something we really needed to deal with, but I think, you know, the things we've been taking notes on are more kind of operational, day-to-day, we don't.
Speaking of that, I wanna ask you something about that ad hoc meeting, or group we used to have.
Okay, well, let's
Yeah,
let's
when we get
finish
to that
this.
point.
So December 17th, sound good?
Yeah.
That's next,
Yeah.
yep.
I'll communicate that to Taylor, so she gets it on the township calendar.
Perfect.
So we are at 7:35. Okay. so
All
we might
right,
as
thank
well
you.
Switch